Oh, Dallsmick! Oh, Dallsmick! Yup, we're back here again. Hey guys, it's Jay Sands, and today I wanted to talk about a creator I really enjoyed back in the day, Dallsmick, who, just like the name's junkie, got in a whole heap of trouble and left the fucking internet. Now, Dallsmick was a member of the SCC, aka the slideshow commentary community. Last time I really had to go in depth with what the whole DA ranting animation scene was like, but it's pretty simple with these guys. Yeah, let me explain it. You see this video? You see this video right here? Let's slap a little guy on it. Boom! We make infinite money and groom every child on the damn planet. We're fucking geniuses. Dallsmick was a member of the slideshow commentary community, debuting with his Scoutfly commentary before leaving to do cartoon reviews, then coming back under the name Bummer Patrol, which, by the way guys, I will be dead naming. Sorry guys, I'm no longer woke. I refuse. Ultimately, he would end up disappearing after getting into hot water again. So, I decided to do a look back on the guy and see exactly why I enjoyed his content. And for the record, I was a massive fan of the guy. Embarrassing, I know. I picked out 4 videos to look at. To Catch a Bling Bling Boy, featuring 8363 MTR, My Little Bully, Violence is Magic, Steven Universe, Double the Trouble, and the worst Family Guy episode I have ever seen. Also, maybe some videos by some other people when we get to the Bummer Patrol segment. Also, the quality might be lower because this bitch unlisted most of his videos, so I had to download them in a lower quality, but anyways, let's get on to the retrospective.
See, this is an example of the kind of structure that I'm referring to.
What? One thing I noted almost immediately about this video is just the way Dallsmick talks and the general vibes he gives off. It's oddly calming to listen to and watch. One thing I think a lot of these commentary YouTubers struggle with is controlling their overall tone and vibes. If I'm being completely honest, a lot of them are just outright annoying and irritating. But Dallsmick low-key avoids this. His videos are honestly not hard to watch at all. But this is a collab, so there is another voice to consider. 8363 MTR. Listen, despite what you may think, there is no personal grudge baked in here. Absolutely no hate to the guy. His content's decent and he seems pretty chill. I just think next to Dallsmick, I end up preferring Dallsmick more. Comparison can really be the thief of joy here, and I just think their differences, although sometimes subtle, sometimes not, make me prefer Dallsmick overall. This fact is not really helped by the fact this video feels somewhat leaning in MTR's favor, even though it's Dallsmick's video. But again, he isn't anything terrible. Far from it, actually. I think this video is pretty good. The points made were fair and not too harsh, except one about Johnny Test not being made by Cartoon Network. I just thought that one was stupid, but overall it doesn't really matter. And I really enjoyed how constructive it felt. I think a lot of commentators fall into the trap of viewing the people they're covering as targets. Even I am guilty of this with my junkie video, but it didn't really feel that way in this video. Dallsmick and MTR were very respectable and constructive about the guy's video, and I think overall it just put a nice positive spin on things. Despite some minor issues, I think we're off to a great start. Also, I was lying earlier, the beef is personal. Pull up, pussy.
No. Mr. Kimura, why did you decide to become a high school teacher? Because I like high school girls, that's why.
I was going to discuss this last segment, but honestly I felt like it wasn't bad in the last video, but CC collab humor is low-key unbearable to me. This is something I was going to mention in my junkie video, but in the only video that had a collab, there were more pressing matters, so I decided to save it and talk about it here. It's kind of hard to pinpoint exactly what I don't like about it, but it just ruffles my feathers, man. And listen, I get it. This guy saying shit's not funny? I know my sense of humor ain't exactly the best, but like, I don't know, it just personally makes me roll my eyes and feel like secondhand embarrassment when CC collab segments pop up. Luckily, the one in this video is pretty short, so there's not much to talk about with it, other than this.
And finally, we had to endure all the live-action Alvin and the Chipmunks movies.
Man, fuck you, Alvin and the Chipmunks is peak! But guarantee, it's something I'll discuss later on in the future. On the actual video itself, honestly, another good one from Dallsmick. When I was scripting this segment of the video, I found myself pausing a lot to think about the topic and exactly how to go about it. It was honestly very interesting. For a summary, this video is covering a video made by now CD Call, more popularly known as Lily Orchard. And in the video, they basically state that the best way of dealing with bullies is physical violence, as well as a bunch of other random things. Dallsmick offers up responses and counterpoints to that, and honestly, again, it's a pretty good video. In comparison to Lily's, I'm not dead naming, I promise, it's just easier to understand, more brash and kind of illogical tone towards the whole thing, Dallsmick refutes in a very calm and collected way. Again, Dallsmick's general demeanor and way of speech really do boost these videos' quality immensely, and I think it's especially evident here. Now, where do I stand on this whole debate? Honestly, I don't know. I think in some instances, you have to be combative to fight bullying. A lot of bullying is based around respect, but in other cases, it would likely do more harm than good, and other avenues should be explored. But I think that's besides the point. Overall, the video is pretty good. On to the next one.
Think of a big black man chasing you!
This was a video I remember I used to watch quite a bit, usually for its length, so I was excited to revisit this one, and honestly,
It's okay.
like, it's not a bad video, far from it, but honestly, I just felt personally less engaged with it. Half of the video was honestly pretty good, mainly him responding to Easy Peasy's video on Steven Universe. I felt like there was actually something to talk about there, and something I could actually sit back and get into. But the other segment, with the virtual celebrity, not so much. I was just less interested in it, and I know why Dall covered it. It did have a lot of flaws, but I just feel like it was less substantial compared to Easy's part, and when those segments came up, I found myself waiting for him to respond to Easy again. Obviously, it's not a bad video by any means, I just enjoyed it probably the least out of the 3 commentary videos. But again, it's not a bad video. Speaking of cartoons though...
Are you fucking for real? There's only the human race. Great logic. I guess I can call black people
So just coming out hot here, this design fucking sucks. It is shit. It is a fucking
2-pack of ass!
well, not actually. Overall, it's pretty whatever. Nothing special. But in comparison to his old avatar, it sucks. It sucks. Obviously, his old avatar was pretty simplistic. It was basically just a skeleton in a suit, but it was something. It stood out. Among the crowd of furries, random anime characters, and basic-ass white people, it had charm to it. This thing just fucking boring. Bro really dished a peek and was like, nah, let me just join the basic-ass white guy brigade. This shit has to be a pipeline, bro. Like, every single time. Now, what do I think of the actual video? It's whatever. It's really hard to give cartoon reviews credit because how many times can someone say, this episode of Family Guy sucks, before it just gets old? Obviously, it's not a bad video, fine review, decent editing aside from that bum-ass character, and an overall pretty decent script, but just, honestly, it was really nothing special. But it's not a bad video by any means. Now, throughout this entire video, I feel like I've been pretty kind to Dallsmick. Some might say even glazy, but I want to make one thing clear. I do not like Dallsmick. I do not think Dallsmick should have a platform. Do not misinterpret me enjoying his older videos as an endorsement of who he is or what he has done. I gave him credit in those segments because that was personally how I felt about those videos. I wanted to kind of save this for the end because I felt like after expressing such thoughts over his actual videos, it was only fair that I cover his misdeeds. Fair warning, there aren't really going to be any more jokes for the majority of this end section, and it gets pretty sad and dark. V Omega was a commentary YouTuber and a prominent member of the CC that was, up until they were outed for being an open groomer, grooming an individual known at the time as Joni Rue, as well as one other. I won't be showing the screenshots here due to their pretty graphic and disgusting nature, but I will link the documents and twit longer in the description of this video. Viewer discretion is advised. But, for a simplification, V Omega was basically caught grooming 2 minors to the extent of erotic roleplay and sharing nude images between them. One of them, Joni Rue, was 16 at the time, and the other was 15 to 16 at most. This, all while V was an adult, 18 to 19 for Joni, and 21 for the other. This would basically lead to V Omega being kicked off the internet and forcing them to change accounts and run. Hi, I just want to say that V had other victims. I didn't mention it earlier, but he had also groomed Chuli, and just want to make it clear that I did know that, and I apologize for not mentioning it and detailing what happened, but just know that he had also groomed Chuli. I will be linking a video in which it is detailed exactly what happened, but just so y'all know, he did do that, and then also one other individual to my knowledge. Up until years later, it was revealed that a commentator, Vigilcio Setatanova, was still friends with V. This would lead to an incident known as Cloak and Dagger, which is very complicated, and I probably can't cover it on this video, and my simplification may not be the best, but just to give you an idea, multiple commentators were caught covering up and hiding Vigel's friendship with V Omega. This all took place within the Cloud Palace commentary group. Dallsmick was a member of this group and was one of the creators hiding Vigel's friendship with V Omega. Not only did he hide Vigel's friendship, but it would later be revealed by Dallsmick himself he had crucial information on V and just never told anyone. Dallsmick knew of V's alt accounts, yet said absolutely nothing, and allowed them to just continue on activity. Even worse than that, Dallsmick was fully aware V was in contact with minors. V Omega, the proven groomer. Dallsmick was aware of this, yet chose to say nothing, just pretend he had no idea. This is why I don't like Dallsmick. This fucking spinelessness, this disregard, knowing what this person has done, yet choosing just to say nothing. This is why I don't like Dallsmick. This is why I think Dallsmick deserved to be deplatformed. And after everything, I truly hope Dallsmick does not come back. Howdy, this is the video's end card. Just a few things to go over. Firstly, there's a lot more I could have brought against V Omega, but either A, I didn't feel it was personally as relevant as the grooming accusations, and B, I couldn't find the actual evidence of it, the documents, the twit longers, the accusations themselves, nothing. There's one big thing that I've heard V Omega has done that would be great to mention, but I simply could not find the proof or the original accusations that claim, so just the retelling. So if you're wondering why I didn't mention it, that's mainly why. As well, if I missed anything on Dallsmick, please feel free to tell me. I would love to hear. I know that the research for this video was definitely not the easiest aspect. Also, I'd recommend y'all check out the Afrometer's video on Dallsmick, which I linked in the description. It was a huge help for this end section, and like specifically providing the evidence for like Doll's involvement with V. It was definitely a huge help. Overall, I just hope you guys enjoyed the video. It was a little messy towards the end, but I just wanted to get all that in. So, yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed it, and have a good one.